All right, what is going on, good people? DJ Bill and Justin over there. Justin, I never say my full name, so I don't know why I did that time. But anyway,
DJ Bill.
We're talking about Money in the Bank 2021. We're doing something a little bit different because all of us got crazy schedules. I will explain a little bit more when we get into it, but we'll talk about the Raw side, Justin and I, and then Casey and Adam will talk about the SmackDown side. We'll explain.
Actually, you said that all wrong.
Did I say it opposite?
It's Chase and Adam.
Chase and Adam.
Chase and Adam.
So they're gonna do that. I'll give you more about that a little bit later because I definitely want to get the intro in for you guys. Let you guys get settled, get your drinks. I got my drink. Get your drink. Get your popcorn, whatever you need. But we're gonna talk about the Raw side of. I was gonna say the bracket, but it's not a bracket. The Raw side of the Money in the Bank card, and we're also going to talk a little bit about. We might gloss over the SmackDown side a little bit just to give our little tiny thoughts here and there or whatever. We'll see what happens. But nonetheless, we'll be right back with this preview of Money in the Bank, the Raw side. Welcome in to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, I mean always, he means always, they mean always, you mean always, she means always, an instant classic.
Danny Dunn! Hi, Jake.
We will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
All right, good people. What is going on? DJ here, Justin over there. We're going to talk about the Raw side of the Money in the Bank card, or Raw section, or Raw, whatever you want to say. Ironically enough, just to give a little insight. Number one, let's talk about why we're doing this, just for explanation purposes, because I know somebody's really confused. Probably Sarah. She's probably like, "What's going on? Where's the whole crew? Why are they not here?" All of our schedules are entirely insane, and entirely different from one another's. So we're trying to still get content out while also giving everybody's opinion out there. So as we're in development here and in a period of transition, we're also trying to, I don't know, how do you say, like, keep everybody happy, keep all the smiles on the faces, including you guys' faces, of course, as well. But nonetheless, my schedule is new to me. Adam's schedule is crazy. Justin's schedule is crazy. Casey's schedule is crazy. And he wrestles on Saturdays. So we're trying to figure all of that out, but we still want to get a preview out for you. So we're going to do the Money in the Bank 2021 preview. Also want to try and get the Slammiversary 2021 preview. And, of course, it'll be Justin and I as well. So
because we're the Impact guys over here.
We're the Impact guys.
Resident Impact guys.
We're the resident Impact guys. But I guess let's just jump in with overall prediction thoughts on the show. Because I mean, for me, I'm kind of excited in terms of talking about the Raw side, which I guess is what we're focusing on. There's some interesting matches, and I don't think Raw has been that bad. I watched Raw Monday, and it's funny because
you watched it on Monday?
I know. I watched Raw.
Yeah, me too.
Live, and I actually enjoyed it. Ironically enough, so I watched Raw on Monday, and I thought it was actually pretty decent. There's some stuff on there that is just ridiculous and doesn't make sense to me. Some of the stuff they do with AJ and Omas is kind of weird. Some of that stuff is just kind of just like, whatever. But I mean, it was pretty good. The Rhea Ripley, Charlotte stuff, I think, is good. The Kofi Lashley stuff is good. I think they're breaking up the Hurt Business again, which is stupid. But anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I'm excited about the show because, Money in the Bank is always fun. Money in the Bank is always a fun show, an interesting show. And it's kind of that kind of, for lack of a better term, land of opportunity type of a pay-per-view. It's like, that's kind of where you're going to get. You should get your kind of breakout guys from winning the Money in the Bank. You don't always get that, but you should. This is a time where you should be pushing somebody who needs the push from the Money in the Bank.
Straight to the moon.
Straight to the moon. And
as Cameron Grimes would say.
And I'm not talking about a push that Otis got. That's not the one.
That went straight to the ground.
So, but Justin, chime in with your overall kind of how you're feeling going into the show.
I'm excited. This is a really big weekend for wrestling. I mean, we get fans back tomorrow night for SmackDown. So, and of course, we're gonna be having fans back at Money in the Bank, which is gonna be awesome. Which, I'm happy that they didn't have Money in the Bank this year in June because because they weren't having live fans back then. Which I feel like Money in the Bank needs to have a live crowd back. Which because have all those pops and stuff, and who I heard there could be a lot of surprising things on this show.
That's a good point too, Justin. I forgot all about that. The fact that we're gonna have fans. And the last show. Last pay-per-view that they had with fans was Mania. So the cool part about that is, that was a pretty darn good show. So it makes you feel like, oh man, I'm really, it kind of gets that excitement revved up a little bit more, I think.
And like we've been saying, like the big thing that's been happening through this pandemic, that's been missing with wrestling is the fans. And I mean, it's going to be kind of obnoxious to hear like, this is awesome. Or like, fight forever. Some of those crazy, wrestling chants that we hear and stuff. Like, it's going to be kind of obnoxious to hear that, but it's going to be nice to see that. And I think they're going to be at 100% capacity. But it's going to be nice to see fans back though, because I think they're like in Texas or something. And then they were hey, Emmett. Yeah. Man, I just lost my train of thought there. But no, I think this is gonna be a fun weekend for wrestling. Of course, we got Impact on Saturday, and and now speaking about Raw, I actually watched Raw for like the first time in forever, and I thought it was a pretty good show. I thought it was a pretty darn good show. I mean, some of the stuff was really wonky, and there's my nephew. Want to say hi, Emmett?
Hi.
Yeah, I guess.
Not that he can hear me, but hi, Emmett.
Oh, that's funny. No, but even though some of the stuff is like really hokey that's happening on Raw, it's actually been all right this week, and I think Monday, there's gonna be fans back for Raw also, so that's gonna be pretty nice to see. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this show. And also, this card looks really unpredictable. Like, it's kind of going like, I don't know which way they're going to go with a lot of these matches, which these last few pay-per-views have been, like, really predictable. It was, Hell in a Cell, like, I could, like, basically predict that whole show. Like, it was so easy to predict. And, WrestleMania Backlash. And there's not really a whole lot of rematches on the show, which I hate when, WWE constantly, gives you rematches over and over again on Raw. Or, SmackDown stuff.
That's a very good point, Justin, because I think this is a very unpredictable type of a show. Even looking at Kofi,
especially the Money in the Bank matches, those.
Yeah, and because you never know who's going to come out of those. But at the same time, even looking at I mean, you can even say both world title matches, but focusing on Raw for the time being with Lashley and Kofi, the thing about it is Xavier Woods just beat Lashley on Raw. So and then they're breaking up the Hurt Business, and we all know, let's just be honest, we all know the Hurt Business is the reason that Lashley is everything that he is, or the Beatdown Clan, or whatever you want to say. That's Lashley and MVP are the perfect combo, which it's always weird because you always see and I don't know. I don't think MVP's necessarily been. I don't think he has been, being selfish per se, in terms of how usual breakups happen. But I think at the same time, with MVP, you never get to see the heel faction come back together in a way of okay, this is actually good for me, right? Why is it that MVP can't say, Lashley, you're my guy, you're the CEO of the Hurt Business or whatever? Because number one, it's not time to break up the Hurt Business. I mean, unless Lashley was to lose the title, which I don't know if he will, but I don't think it's necessarily time to break up the Hurt Business unless you're going to build him off of breaking up the Hurt Business, which I don't see them doing that because they never can. Without MVP, Lashley, no one can ever do anything with Lashley without MVP. Don't know what it is, don't know why, but that's a true statement. Lashley can never do anything without MVP. So why isn't MVP and maybe I'm thinking about this too logically, I don't know, Justin. Maybe I'm thinking about this too logically, but why isn't MVP Not in a selfish way, just in a like, I'm just being real with you, Lashley. When we paired up, look what happened. World champion, right? Unstoppable. The beast, the monster, the animal. Shout out to Rabbit. Like, why not just say that? And then Lashley would be like, oh man, you're right. Or Lashley, like, because they always do the whole like blow up the faction before they're ready type thing. They always blow them up when instead there should be something on the other side that's like the voice of reason. Like, why is MVP not like reasoning? Like, hey, we kicked out everybody in the Hurt Business so you could be the guy. That should be a thing. That should be a real like concept. Like, that should be a real storyline going on right now, I feel like. And it's not. Like, and that's weird. Like, heel factions never get that, and I get it, they're heels. They're supposed to break up eventually, you know, and blah, blah, blah. But it's like heel factions never get that kind of satisfaction of, you know, that voice of reason with the heel manager. It's always the heel manager being selfish, or the champion being selfish, or the champion getting jealous of something else, or whatever. Like, why isn't MVP sitting here saying, hey, look what you did when I came around? Not in a cocky way, just in a like, us as guys, us as boys, look what we did. This is what we did as a team. We did this. Mm-hmm. Why is that not a thing? Never.
Yeah, I think you're kind of thinking about it too logically. Like, think about more in WWE's point of view. You know, think about the booking that like the terrible booking that they do. Like, think about what they do. I think you're thinking about it too logically here. But I definitely agree with what you're saying though. Like, I just don't understand why. You know.
Yep. Let's jump into the first match we want to talk about, which I think is the Raw Tag Team Title match. AJ Styles and Omas versus, I want to say War Machine, but the Viking Raiders. This is another one of those matches, Justin, where it feels like you really don't know what they're going to do with it. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't know which way they're going to go, because AJ Styles and Omas is almost like all right, here's the hat. We're going to pick a couple names from it. We're just going to put them together. Like, that's how that one feels to me. Whereas War Machine, of course, seasoned tag team, very good tag team. They, I think it was, I can't remember which one, but one of them was injured for a while. So people have been kind of waiting for them to get their kind of comeuppance in a way. They've been waiting for them to get that moment. But at the same time, like, AJ Styles and Omos just won the titles. So do you take it off of them? Do you, like, is that going to kill Omos's push, or are people going to turn on Omos? Not that I think people love Omos per se, but I think, I think there is a positive to being a little bit more simple with Omos. Just let Omos be Omos. Let Omos just beat up people and be tall and big. That's about all you need for Omos, I think. But I think in this one, I think Omos and AJ are going to win, but I think eventually, because of the way they're pushing the Viking Raiders, as they often have, the way they're pushing the Viking Raiders, I think the Viking Raiders are going to win this. But it's kind of unfortunate, because I feel like the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits had a really good feud going, and then the injury happened and it kind of derailed that. I almost wish that the Street Profits were still the champions, so the Viking Raiders could have taken it off of them. I think they could have had a good match at Money in the Bank, and then at, like, I don't know, SummerSlam or something, the Viking Raiders get their big, their kind of big for pay-per-view moment. But, whatever. They'll get it. I hope they don't get it here, though. Let's let them get it at SummerSlam or something. Let them get it at a pay-per-view that, like, where it just feels like it's a little bit bigger, I think. That's just for me. But what's your thoughts on I'm going AJ Styles, Omos. What's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, this is like the DJ. This is a really, like, kind of unpredictable match here. Because back for a while, like when Omos and AJ, won the tag team titles here, for a while, he was, well, Omos, and AJ Styles, they were off TV for, like, the longest of time, which go like, oh, we're the tag team champions at, and they came back, randomly. And this whole feud right here, Emmett, get out of here. quit it, Emmett. This whole feud right here, It's just like kind of it feels like 50-50 booking right now. Because like one week, one of the members of Viking Raiders win, or like the War Raiders or whatever they like to be called, one of them win, or like or another week, Omas wins, or like back and forth. They do this 50-50 booking. They're really good at that. So I feel like this match can go either way. But the thing is, like, if man, please quit, please quit. Oh Lord, God dang!
And it's a star tonight.
He's a star tonight. He's on something else right now. Oh man, lost my train of thought again. But like I said, I feel like this match can go either way, and I kind of hate the way that they're doing like this whole 50-50 booking. Gosh dang! Evan, you want to chime in? You want to talk? You want to talk? You being the start of the show, you can talk. But no, yeah, I feel like this match can go like either way. But it's like, do you take the titles off of Omas? Well, this wouldn't really hurt AJ Styles to lose, but at the same time, you want to keep the Omas looking strong, because he's a big man. Not saying like he's fat or anything, but he's a big man.
All right.
But I feel like the good team to lose to take the titles off of AJ Styles and Omas would maybe be like RK Bro, Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. I feel like that would be the team to lose the titles to.
Over the Viking Raiders?
Yeah, over the Viking Raiders. Yeah, I don't know.
Terrible.
Yeah. Terrible. Yeah, but I see Omas and AJ Styles retain titles here. It's gonna be a good match though.
Okay. I'm gonna call an audible because I'm sure you weren't going in this order, and kind of mix it up with the Money in the Bank matches here.
Yeah.
So the women's Money in the Bank match, we got Nikki Cross. We got Liv Morgan, Natalia, who's one half of the tag team champions, Alexa Bliss, who would make sense if she won it, Naomi, who I love, by the way. I do love Naomi. I just don't see her winning this match. Asuka and Zelina Vega.
And there's a mystery person that's still to be announced, which maybe, I don't know if they're going to wait for actual on Sunday to do it, or are they going to, do it on SmackDown? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But who do you think the mystery person is going to be in this match? Like, I've been hearing a lot of rumors about like Becky Lynch. She could be one of them because she's been, posting a lot on social media, like on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing a lot of her.
If Becky Lynch is the mystery person, does she win?
I would say yeah, she wins. And like,
because the only person I see that would win this match, like Zelina Vega should win this match, just simply based off of the fact that she hasn't really gotten a push yet. Everybody else here, Nikki Cross is a superhero. Get out of my face. And Liv Morgan, maybe, but I don't know if they're really doing anything with Liv right now, to be honest. I haven't seen anything. So it would be good for her to win this match. Will she? She won't. It needs to be Zelina Vega. But I think
it's Zelina Vega, she just came back, so it wouldn't really make sense to do her. I wouldn't be mad with it.
I would like to see what Alexa would do with the briefcase, just in her little weird character or whatever.
And speaking of her weird character, I feel like they're not going to be able to do this like weird cinematic stuff with Alexa Bliss anymore. I still see she's trying to carry on like all the Fiend stuff, but like it's kind of getting to a point like where you can't do this in front of a live crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind. I just want Alexa Bliss to go back to like how she was back in like when she had the women's championship. Like, was it 2018 or somewhere around there, or 2019?
I think
or
the mystery
something
person
like that
wins. Whoever the mystery person is probably going to win. I think it's going to be Becky Lynch, but I think that kind of like catapults her back up to where she wants to be.
Yeah, I think it could be Becky Lynch. I've been hearing another rumor about Sonya Deville.
But Becky Lynch doesn't, and Sonya Deville would be a cool addition. But Becky Lynch doesn't really need to win the Money in the Bank, simply because number one, she's already been champion, she's already established. But I feel like she's always got that I never lost the title. Like she's always got she's got the I never lost the title thing that she can run with. She can run with the fact that she never actually lost the title. She had to forfeit the title, for her pregnancy. So I think she's already got a storyline already built in. So even though I'd like to see her win the Money in the Bank briefcase, I just don't see her doing it. But what would be surprising would be for her to come back and her win the Money in the Bank and them turn her heel or something. That would be kind of maybe even a welcomed surprise, because I would like to see Becky Lynch as a heel a little more. I think that would be a good little. Okay, yeah, that's different. So I mean, but I don't know. In terms of this match, there's nobody else that's really peeking out to me that's in this list. Like nobody's peeking out to me.
What if Dewdrop becomes the mystery person, and then she wins the Money in the Bank, and then gives the briefcase to Eva Marie? Oh, that'd be terrible.
That would be hilarious. I know a lot of people would be upset because people hate Eva Marie, and I have come to the realization that she is terrible. But
I mean, don't put it past WWE for doing that.
They like Eva for whatever reason. So I mean, it would get like, I don't even know if it's nuclear heat. She's a great heel because people really don't like her. Like I don't know, that would be. Actually, I would like that, and I think Eva Marie's awful. I would like that. Like I really would. I've given Eva Marie multiple chances. I can't.
Yeah, I can't give her any chances.
Sorry.
Let me see the people in this match again one more time because I have no idea. You gave your prediction, right?
Yeah, I'm going with said mystery person.
Said mystery person? Let me see here. So, Zelina Vega, I mean, I wouldn't mind to see her win, but, her just coming... Like, did they even announce, like, oh, she's coming back, or coming soon, she's coming back or something? No, they just brought her out on SmackDown. Asuka, she just came off, that title reign a few months ago, so I really don't see her getting the title back, which that title reign was it wasn't the greatest, like, it's very unmemorable. And it's not the fault to Asuka, it's the fault the way they booked her and stuff. Naomi, she's been losing a lot of matches lately. I mean, I would like to see Naomi win, but I just don't feel like she's the right person. Alexa Bliss, she's a really good possibility. Nikki Ash, no. Get out of here with that. I mean, why'd they change her to a superhero? Like, come on. Like, I loved her as being like this whole lunatic, how she was back in NXT, and how she was with Sanity. Liv Morgan, she's another good possibility because the way they've been putting her out like on SmackDown and stuff, how she's been beating, she's beaten Carmella multiple times, and and they finally put her in the Money in the Bank match. I feel like she's a good possibility. And to tell you, she's not going to win the Money in the Bank. You know what? I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss wins.
Okay.
Also, we got a comment here. Zelina Vega might win it. You never know.
It's possible, Ryan. It is possible. Shout out to RC Reacts. And I know he makes some beats too. I might have a new intro song on. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad either. Like I would take Zelina Vega, which she's been getting a lot of heat lately because her coming back. People have been giving her like bad like comments and stuff on social media and stuff, which I don't know why. Because maybe she didn't go to AEW and stuff. I don't know. It's probably those AEW fanboys going like, oh yeah, she should have went to AEW with her. Well, who's Zelina Vega? Is she with? She's not. Who is she with?
Aleister Black, right?
Yeah, Aleister Black. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why I thought she was on. Andrade's with Charlotte.
I remember she was before that. I think she was with Austin Aries.
She was with Austin Aries. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss here. That seems very logical.
All right, the Raw Women's Championship, another match that like for some reason is just like making me feel like I don't know which way it's gonna go, which is good. But I don't know which way it's gonna go. I think Rhea is definitely gonna win the match, but for some reason, it's like anytime, like, and this is a good thing, I think. Charlotte, anytime Charlotte's in a match, you got a feeling she's gonna win. That's kind of a good thing, because then when she doesn't, you're like, oh, that was present. Like, I don't with this. I think this feud has been good. I know it kind of tapered off a little bit because of the crazy issues with
Rhea Ripley might retain
Rhea.
again.
Not Rhea, with Charlotte. But I've enjoyed this feud. I think this could be a really good blow-off feud at SummerSlam. They maybe even can push it until Survivor Series. They don't want to push it that long, because I think these two just have a good chemistry, and I think promo-wise they work well together too. I agree with Ryan. I think Rhea will retain. I'm gonna change that bite to will and say Rhea will retain against Charlotte, even though I think Charlotte could win this match, but I think they would wait to give Charlotte the title. And I think they're doing a good job with that, biding their time a little bit. Because people are going to be pissed when Charlotte wins the title again.
Yeah, because, they love giving her so many title reigns, which,
I'm
I
so
can't...
confused, though. Like, is Rhea a heel or not?
Yeah, see, I'm really confused with this whole feud. Like, see, that's what's I'm not really liking about this, because I feel like both of them are heels, and I don't know which one to cheer for. And, like, because they both, like I said, they've both been acting like heels a lot. And also, I feel like, the best match they had was at WrestleMania 36 last year. I mean, they had a triple threat. Was it a triple threat match at WrestleMania Backlash? Yeah, I think it was. And then they had that match at Hell in a Cell, which it wasn't bad. I just hated how it ended in a disqualification. Like just throwing the hood off the announce table. Like I never seen a match like it never saw disqualification happen that way before. Like I just don't know. Like I said, I mean they're probably gonna put on a good match here, but it's like I kind of have a feeling in my gut that they're gonna give it back to Charlotte. But what if the person in the in the Money in the Bank match for the women's is Becky Lynch, and she cashes in the title, the night of, and gets the title back. She's like, hey, I never lost this. She had to, relinquish the title belt, and then at SummerSlam we get a triple threat match between Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. That would be a bad match, you see.
Isn't Becky on Raw though? Or am I tripping?
She is on Raw. And this is for
we're
the Raw
on
title.
Raw. I don't know why I keep thinking. I don't know why.
We're on SmackDown.
I don't know what I was thinking that we were on SmackDown, but
you said booking two heels. Wait, what did that comment say? Booking two heels together is
never a good thing.
Is never a good thing. Yeah, I feel like when fans are cheering for whoever in this match on Sunday, they're live. That's who I'm going to know who to cheer for. I feel like the fans are going to be more behind Rhea Ripley because, like I said, they love giving Charlotte so many title reigns, which I can't remember any Charlotte title reign really, because she has so many. She had so many. Tell me one that you remember. I can't remember much.
I just remember her winning the title right back from Sasha multiple times.
Yeah, Sasha lose. Yeah, Sasha barely holding the title from.
That's the one that gets me more than anything. Is that one? I do remember. No, that was for the NXT title, wasn't it? When she faced Rhea the first time way back.
Yeah, that was at Mania. Yeah, so like I said, it can go. This match can go either way, but I pray that they don't give it back to Charlotte. Right. But do you think that Charlotte is gonna beat her dad's record 16 times?
Probably.
Because she's at 10 or something right now. She's at 10 championships.
Probably. I mean, the way she's going, yeah, probably.
Oh man, I hope she doesn't. I feel like if there's anybody to beat it, I think it'd be maybe Randy Orton.
Yes, not.
No, I don't think he's gonna wants to beat the.
I think he's gonna.
I hope he doesn't.
I hope he does.
With the game, Triple H, comes back out and he says, "I'm gonna become 17-time world champion." But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte does do that though. That'd be kind of crazy. But I wouldn't put it past WWE because over last name and stuff.
Right. The men's Money in the Bank match. So Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Riddle, no Matt, Ricochet, Johnny Drippy Drippy, Big E, not Langston, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Seth Rollins.
No. Seth freaking Rollins or Seth Drip Rollins.
Seth embraced the vision, Rollins. I can see Seth winning this match. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense. What I would rather see is, and I'm just gonna cheat here and pick a couple of people. I would Ricochet would be nice because they have done nothing with him his entire career, but he's not winning this match. Why am I gonna say Shinsuke? Shinsuke or Kevin Owens? Those are the two I want. Shinsuke or Kevin Owens? Those are the ones. Because to me, Kevin Owens has had runs, but I don't know. He needs a real run anyway. Shinsuke or Kevin Owens, and if I had to pick one of the two, I'm saying Kevin Owens. Because for some reason, Kevin Owens gets oh so close all the time, but never wins it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So who? I think whoever wins the Money in the Bank, they're not going to go after the Universal Champion. They're going to go after the WWE Championship. Because I don't feel like Reigns is going to lose this title for a very long time.
I don't know. They're booking his weaknesses in too, so I don't know.
How long? Like, when do you think Reigns will lose the title? Like, I feel like
Mania maybe. But I mean, they're booking his weaknesses like they want to give Edge the title.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
They're booking his weaknesses like, and I think, like, in my opinion, because you booked Reigns so strong, if you're going to take the title off of him, take the Usos off, like, make it be the Usos' fault. Like, I don't think that Roman should lose clean to lose the title.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Usos should be involved in some way.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Now I don't know what that does for the fans. I don't like, because I think the fans really like Roman, even though he is a heel. I think the fans really like Roman, so I don't know what that does for.
And
the
that's
fans.
crazy, like when you actually, unleash, let him actually talk like he's not talking like a robot and stuff, like with his promos and stuff. Mm-hmm. People actually cheer for him, and like he's not being this like, this is my yard, I'm the big dog, all those promos he was doing. Let's see, back in 2014, 2015, when he was, being shoved down our throats and stuff, I actually liked Roman, but like the thing that I didn't like is how they booked him, like how they just they forced us to try to like him. But this feels really organic here, the way his character is right now.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't know. I think, and I don't want to talk too much about it because I want to give Adam and Casey their chance to talk about it a little bit later. But I just don't think Roman should lose that title clean.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been too good, and for me, Roman has lost clean a lot when you really think about it. And now he's in the top run of his career, and he would lose clean. I just don't see. I mean, now the only reason I would want him to lose clean if it was worth it, it'd have to be a worth it victory. Somebody who needed to get over. I wouldn't cry if Cesaro beat him clean. I wouldn't cry if Kevin Owens beat him clean. I don't even know if I'd cry if Edge beat him clean. I don't know if I wanted to see it at Money in the Bank. Or they could do a cash in on Roman. Because they're going to protect Roman, which they should.
Yeah.
He's the best thing they got.
Yeah, but about this Money in the Bank match, though. Yeah, who you got in this match?
I'm going Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. That's not a bad pick.
Kevin Owens.
It's not a bad pick. Hold on, let me see. So Kevin Owens, yeah, he's a good possibility, but I don't know. Drew McIntyre, I hope that they, fans will be pissed if they give it, the briefcase to Drew McIntyre. Because, he just came off, having that long title reign. And people are, kind of, they don't want to see Drew McIntyre get the title back. So I don't think Drew McIntyre would be the good choice. You know, and he's doing that whole feud with Jinder Mahal right now, which the modern day Maharaja, the greatest rivalry in history of wrestling, right? That's the greatest rivalry. I'm telling you that. It's great. No.
That's who should be in this match.
Jinder Mahal, yeah. Riddle? No, I don't think he's gonna win. Ricochet, I wouldn't mind if he won, but
he's gonna win it for Randy, bro.
He's gonna win it for Randy, bro. Ricochet, he has so much potential, but does WWE really see that potential in him? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like WWE sees him like basically as a mid card, which he's so much more than that. He is so much more. John Morrison or Johnny Drip Drip or Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo, whatever you want to call him. I don't really see him winning. Big E's he's a big contender for me. Shinsuke, I don't know about Shinsuke. Seth Rollins is another good choice, and not just because he's from Iowa, and I feel like he's a good choice though. And if it is Seth Rollins, I feel like he could cash in the title right away. I mean, cash in the briefcase right away, and cash it in on Roman Reigns. Maybe turn Rollins face, because Rollins has been heel for quite a while, so I wouldn't mind to face Rollins again. But the way they've been pushing Big E lately, I feel like he's going to be the one who wins this match here. And this is going to be an awesome match. Like I said, this match is like out of the both Money in the Bank matches, this one is more, kind of harder to predict for me.
And I keep forgetting Big E's not the United States champion anymore. Intercontinental champion. Where is the Intercontinental champion, by the way? I haven't seen him in forever.
Who's the IC champion right now?
Apollo.
I think it still is Apollo. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. He's not on the card. I don't know. Probably on the
he probably will be added, and I'm surprised the SmackDown Women's Championship. Oh wait, it's actually being defended on SmackDown tomorrow night against Carmella. I forgot about that.
Yep,
which probably that Chase and Adam.
No, I thought, and maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was the week after Money in the Bank.
No, it's tomorrow night. Is? Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Which also makes no sense. I mean,
yeah.
I get that. You want people to tune into SmackDown, so you go that route and put a title match on there, but you got a pay-per-view like right up against it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I was like, wait, why is it the women's championship on here? I'm like, oh yeah, because of they moved it because like the whole Bayley getting injured. Because if Bayley didn't get injured, which that sucks for Bayley. If Bayley didn't get injured, this match, that match between Bayley and Bianca Belair will be on this card, which is I kind of want to talk about SmackDown for a minute here. It's kind of fortunate, with the whole Bayley injury, because she was off the the WrestleMania card, which for God knows I don't know why she was off the card, and that's when fans were back, for the first time, and then now fans fully get back and she gets injured, like. Man, I mean, Bayley's just having a hard time here. Like, she can't catch a break. And that could have been one of the matches of the night, an I Quit match.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty good to see. Because how's there ever been in a women's I Quit match? I can't recall one.
There has, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't really recall one. I might have to look it up later. But, yeah, it's unfortunate for Bayley's, getting injured and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep moving on.
All right, main event.
Here we go.
Main event. Do we think Edge will become the next Universal Champion? To teeter back into SmackDown really quick. No. He could. And I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad.
I wouldn't be mad either.
I don't know. I just feel like I'd almost rather if he was, not to say that people are turning on Edge, but people are turning on Edge. And I think he needs to be the dastardly heel that we all know and love and hate. And I think that will get people, ironically enough, to get back on his side in a way. If he was to win this match, he needs to do it the way Edge has always done everything. and it needs to be just
The ultimate opportunist.
turn the Usos against them, whatever. Like, it's got to be, like you said, it's got to be ultimately opportunistic. It has to be. And I think that's the route they need to go if they want to give Edge the title. But other than that, he shouldn't win the title. And that's what's hard because I'll be real upset if Roman loses the title. I'll be real upset if Roman loses the title when it's 2 years from
I think
now.
a lot of fans would be also.
I'll be real upset if Roman loses the title when it's 2 years from now, okay? I'm going to be upset when Roman loses his title. So, yeah, I don't think Edge is going to win the title. But I think if he does, do it by hook or by crook. But thanks for the question, Luis. Lashley versus Kofi Kingston. I'm excited for this match because Lashley works really well with guys that are smaller than him. Like, or guys who are the high flying type of a wrestler. And, you know, Kofi can do pretty much anything you ask him to do. So, to me, Lashley should definitely win this match. He should not lose this match. He should. I mean, I do like Kofi. I would like to see another Kofi run, but I think Lashley needs to win this match. Lashley is one of those guys in the same way that I think Roman is. Lashley is one of those guys who you have to, when he loses the title, it's got to be for a particular reason. It's got to be worth it. Lashley's got to put somebody over, and I don't think Kofi needs it. Kofi is one of those guys, like, Kofi is one of those guys that the title, him winning the title, has changed his entire trajectory in the same way that I feel like Jinder is the same way. And I do agree, Ryan, he should have had it a little bit longer. I don't know why they slipped up on that one, but I think it's changed his trajectory anyway. Like, it's changed. I feel like it's changed like how we see Kofi. We don't see Kofi as necessarily a joke anymore, as just a tag team guy. Just
it's when he lost to Brock Lesnar, you know, that kind of hurt Kofi a little bit. Like,
yeah,
was it like 6 seconds or whatever?
Yeah, I think so. And like, but the thing is, like, even then, Kofi doesn't need this win against Lashley. He just doesn't. When Lashley loses the title, and I don't know if you heard me because I don't know if you were necessarily here at the time, but when Lashley loses the title, somebody's got to be put over. And that's why way back when in TNA, when he was dominant and he lost the title to, I know he lost it to Bobby Roode one time on a roll-up, which was ridiculous. But I can't remember who else he lost it to.
You love them roll finishes.
I can't remember who else he lost it to.
Was it?
But it should have been
Eddie?
Moose.
Eddie Edwards?
I think it was. It should have been Moose.
I think it was Eddie Edwards because they always on, you know, when I'm watching Impact or something, they do like a Impact highlight, you know, of the week, and it shows when Eddie Edwards won the title. Wait, was Drew Galloway another one?
I think he was. I think Drew took it from him when Lashley was at his peak, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Which, not to say that it was a bad move, but I think Moose would have benefited from it more. But anyway, I'm going with Lashley here because if Lashley loses this title to Kofi, I'm boycotting.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I agree. We talked about this earlier. We talked about this earlier. And I don't know, Ryan, I don't know if you were here, but we were kind of talking about, like, why is it that Lashley's trying to separate from MVP when MVP is the entire reason that he's world champion every time he's world champion? I'm just asking. He was getting married to Lana before MVP came along, darn it.
Right. What's it say?
The Beatdown Clan was one of my favorite factions ever in life.
Yeah. You know, that's when I wasn't watching Impact that much, but, you know, I was still kind of keeping up with it.
Casey hated the Beatdown Clan, but coming from an African-American male, the Beatdown Clan was amazing. Amazing. There is nothing that has resonated with me like that in a long time. It was awesome.
And I love Kenny King in the faction
Kenny
also.
King was good. Low key would come out of nowhere. Oh,
Yeah.
it
I
was
love the
so
way they just like attack people. Was Joe in the faction? No, Joe wasn't in the faction.
I think he was in the faction for like a little bit. Because isn't that like right around the time that he left to go to WWE?
Yeah, it was about like 2016 or so. Yeah. That was about the time. This is gonna be like this match is really unpredictable because I feel like MVP can possibly churn on Bobby Lashley and kind of and
MVP
that's
is
how
a great manager. He is a great manager. If he turns on Lashley, he needs to be put with somebody else.
Yeah.
Great.
Because as I was watching Raw this week, it kind of feels like they're hinting towards like a split up of them.
Yeah, so I noticed that too.
But with who I think is going to win that Money in the Bank match, I think Big E is going to win. Which I had this kind of crazy scenario in my head. I was thinking, what if Kofi wins and Big E cashes on Kofi? And the breakup of the New Day. I mean, kind of technically, the New Day are kind of broken up. But factions can't stay around forever.
That's good.
And I feel like the New Day, they have been around forever. Which, I wouldn't be against that. Having a little.
I want heel Big E. I need it in my life.
Having Kofi and Big E, go for the title and stuff. That would be pretty good to see. I'd love to see that feud.
I feel like it would be nice too to see MVP save Lashley's butt. Like Lashley is dominant, but only with MVP.
Yeah.
So like there should be a point in this match where Lashley is going to lose if it wasn't for MVP.
Mm-hmm. But I think I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley retains. But if you take the title off of
Lashley retains, and then Big E cashes in on Lashley, and it still gets that big victory that not only Big E needs, but Lashley takes that.
And then eventually you have Big E cheered on Kofi.
That's.
I feel like eventually
the Kofi thing would be good.
That's going to become. I feel like that's going to be coming here very soon because I feel like they had the New Day around for so long. Like they got formed back in 2014, the end of 2014.
Yeah.
And they had this whole church choir and stuff. And then, everybody hated them at first when they first, formed them as a big faction. And then, then people started growing on them more as they made them like more organic. I also been hearing some rumors that we could be having Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar, and maybe SummerSlam, which that match should have happened a long time ago. Like
I would still pop for that match. But
I hope if they do have a match, hopefully it's not for the title because both of these guys are big names, like big draws without the title.
Yeah, my thoughts.
And when Brock Lesnar is going for the WWE Championship or whatever championship it's going for, he's going to win the title, and you're not going to see the title for like 6 months.
Oh, I can't take it.
So if they do have that match at SummerSlam, because they're going to be going all out, and I'm not talking about AEW here. I'm not talking about AEW. They're going to be going all out here for SummerSlam and stuff. In Las Vegas, at the what arena is that called? Like the I about said the Vikings. I meant the Raiders play.
Everybody gonna be boozed up on that Raiderade.
That Raiderade. Casey's gonna be drinking a lot of that Raiderade. Yeah, I'm gonna stay safe and say that Bobby Lashley retains, but I wouldn't mind that Kofi win and have a cash in like Big E. Yeah. If that happens, I'm gonna say I called it. I'm gonna say I called it.
If that happens, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
He does a little thing like basically they could redo what they did with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He comes out and he celebrates with them. Oh, you freaking won! Yeah, Kofi, whoa! And then turns on him. But then this time he can take the title right then and there because he's the Mr. Money in the Bank.
I would love it. I want to see that
WWE,
happen.
Please, somebody, Bruce. I don't know who's watching. Somebody better be watching. Dang on it. Do it. Call an audible right now.
Mm-hmm. No, but
It's too good to happen.
Yeah, it's too good. No in WWE they won't do that.
Too good to happen. Ah, oh man, but I didn't even. I feel like I saw that somewhere, like a rumor or something. I ain't mad. I love Goldberg.
Yeah, because he still has another match on his. He got a couple more matches on his contract.
Yeah, I ain't mad about it. I love Goldberg.
I'm still upset what he did to the Fiend a few years ago. I'm still upset about that. I can never forgive Goldberg.
Goldberg's fault. I still feel like though, Goldberg's still over with me. I don't care. I will chant Goldberg until I fall asleep tonight.
Goldberg.
Goldberg's still over with me. Don't care. Yeah, I have no issues with it. I'm sure people are upset. Why? I can hear Casey now, and I can hear him now, and I ain't even got him on the phone.
And all those AEW marks going like, why do they always bring back old part timers and all that?
Don't do this, Ryan. Don't do this. Don't get me wrong. I'm completely fine with the face off. But I know for darn sure they would take the title off Lashley to give it to Goldberg for one more.
Yeah, I would say that. I could see that happening. No, in WWE.
That just ain't how you do it. That just ain't how. I can't. I've seen this story before. And I love Goldberg. That's the issue. I've seen this story before, though. I've seen Goldberg. I freaking seen Goldberg come back. Everybody be so happy and then destroy Kevin Owens. Destroy the Fiend. Who was the other person he destroyed?
Was it Braun? No. It wasn't Braun.
Braun beat him.
Yeah, Braun beat him. Who was that?
I think that was the 2 title runs he had.
Oh yeah, and didn't he have that match with Taker?
We at
Super Showdown. Those Saudi shows.
On that note.
Amazing Saudi shows. I love them. They're the best, especially that greatest Royal Rumble ever.
I did see that rumor. Reigns versus The Rock at Mania. Will it happen? I just don't.
Well, which Mania? Is it Mania 38 in Texas? At Dallas, or Mania 39 in Mania goes Hollywood again? I feel like it may be more Hollywood and stuff.
Yeah,
and I've been hearing that they want to keep Roman as the championship going into Mania 39.
That long?
That long. That's what I've been hearing. Would you be against that?
No, absolutely not.
I wouldn't be against that either.
Absolutely not.
Hold it for a couple.
Not. We need a good long title run. I mean, I don't know. Shoot, Walter's been the title for freaking 500 days, and nobody's complained. I ain't heard one Okay, I don't know any UK people from the UK. Let's say that correctly. I don't know any people from the UK. No UKians, okay? I don't know any of them, but I ain't heard nobody complain about Walter being champion for that long.
Actually, I'm going to correct you. It's actually been 830 days.
Sorry, my bad. 830 days. That's freaking 2 years and a half, ain't it?
Yeah, something like that.
I think more than that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think Roman beating The Rock at Mania would be a big Mania win.
That'd be a good way, kind of to pass the torch. Okay, yeah, this guy, he's our next, the next John Cena.
It's funny though. People hated Roman for so long, and he's really the best thing going right now. And
he is. That's the best thing.
I'm literally laughing because I've been telling you people this for so long.
And I'll tell you what, he's a better heel than Kenny Omega is.
Kenny.
By God, Omega. Which actually, speaking of AEW a little bit here, AEW, that was actually a pretty good show last night. Did you catch AEW last night?
Not yet. Haven't watched it yet.
It was pretty solid, and that crowd for that show they were bonkers the whole night. That's all I'm going to tell you. It was a good show last night. It was good.
I'm going to watch it at some point because I've been trying to get into Dynamite. I've been trying to get into watching something on a weekly basis or multiple things on a weekly basis. I just can't do it, but I want to. So I'm going to try. It's on my DVR somewhere, but
somewhere. It's in Narnia. It's in Narnia.
Off the hook, off the chainy yang, for the sake of his star image. The Rock's going to be a star regardless.
He already has a great name, in movies or wrestling. He doesn't need to win any more matches in professional wrestling.
Yeah. I refuse to watch Dark, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about this because I don't want to get too much off topic. But Ryan, I refuse to watch Dark. There's too much wrestling on at this moment.
Yeah, Dark and Dark Elevation are basically kind of enhancement talent. You're kind of like your lower. I mean, they probably put on good matches. Like the only time I check out Dark or Elevation, if there's something that fans are buzzing about, like going, "Oh, that's great! You need to check that out." That's the only time I would check it out because, like we said in our last video, like about state of the business. Wrestling right now is like really oversaturated. The products aren't really growing that much because a lot of companies are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my little tangent on it. But
yeah, we're gonna I thought we would do that show on Sunday, Luis, if you're still here. The show that was about the topic that you had posed, but Money in the Bank is Sunday.
Yeah, Money in the Bank is Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday. So we may end up doing it at another potential time, but nonetheless, any other final thoughts on Money in the Bank?
I think it's gonna be a good show. I'm excited. Like Money in the Bank has always been one of those shows, where I look forward to every year, and I don't know if it's gonna surpass that one from like 2011. When we had Cena and Punk, in that main event.
If Big E wins the Money in the Bank contract and cashes in on Kofi, I swear. Anyway, Adam, I'm trying to say something, but look, if that happens, better than Punk and okay, probably not better, but close. They got it close. That would be so freaking good. Please do it.
Yeah, but I would be all into seeing a Big E as a heel, cashing in, like I said, cashing in on Kofi.
Anyway.
Whose man is this? Like, who is this Adam?
By the way, for those of you watching, just tuning in, Adam and Casey will be coming on. I'm assuming it's tonight. I don't know. Probably later on tonight at some point to talk about the SmackDown edition of Money in the Bank. So that should be cool. But other than that, definitely hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to join Adam and Casey for a little live predictions on the SmackDown. I'm just gonna say bracket, the SmackDown bracket of Money in the Bank. Okay, the SmackDown bracket of it. But anyway,
no, we're talking about King of the Ring right here. This is the King of the Ring bracket. We're breaking it down. Right. We're breaking it down the right side
Money
right
in the Bank is now a tournament of Money in the Bank matches. Anyway,
talk about oversaturation right there.
Definitely hope you guys enjoyed as always. Be sure to join Adam and Casey. Do it. Oh my God! Here and I already know who this is. I already know. Why did he comment as the podcast? Comment as yourself, Casey. Show your face. Look, I want to acknowledge you, Casey.
Is it C.R. O'Malley?
Actually,
that probably
was Adam, because I don't think Casey can post on the page because
he's
not a true member of the podcast. Anyway, irrelevant. Nonetheless, definitely hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, we will see you guys on whatever the next video may be. Well, of course, it'll be the SmackDown version of the Money in the Bank predictions.
And then me back here with Slammiversary predictions.
That one. But after that, we don't know what's going on today. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already,
probably a review maybe for these shows.
Possibly. Give us a Facebook like. Yeah, that works. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. Be sure to also share this with your friends, your family, your enemies, your haters, your dog. Share it with everybody. Everybody.
Impact without business.
Whatever. Share it with everybody. Appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you for coming by. Adam, of course, mystery podcast commenter of the greatest podcast of all time, I will add. And also Luis as well. Appreciate you for coming by. That's the only people that I see commented at the time. But definitely hope you guys enjoyed. As always, for our listeners, appreciate you listening to wherever you may be. This has been for Justin, for DJ. The Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I didn't say this at the beginning, but I mean always, an instant classic. Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.